Welcome to the Survival Condo. You're entering a top secret facility. How likely is an all-out nuclear war?
This is a national emergency. If there is a nearby location that has been designated as a fallout shelter, go there now. Do not exit the fallout shelter until the all clear has been given.
I've been doing way too much just to be without you. I've been stuck on these drugs, OD without you. Always falling out of love, I can't be without you. Now my heart's feeling stuck, can't breathe without you. I've been doing way too much, I can't be without you. I've been stuck on these drugs, can't be without you. Always falling out of love, I can't be without you. Now my heart's feeling stuck, can't be without you.
Hey, what's good? What's good? It's HAZMVT with the Bomb Shelter Podcast, number 21. I'm with my dog, Young Paris. Tell him what's good.
What up? Shit, really popped out out here in Austin, Texas. We about to get to work this year. We got a lot of work coming out. I got a lot of projects I'm trying to drop, you know. Just working, man, in every aspect. And staying in my creative process, staying experimental, and kind of just living life on the edge. Like, fuck it.
Real shit. Really? I fuck with that, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like, I feel like you definitely gotta like create your own reality, and you always want to stay original. You don't want to imitate or copy what's popping right now. May not be popping in the future. So as long as you popping.
So tell them where you from, bro. For real.
So I'm from San Antonio. I like to say I'm from Austin as well because I'm always out here. And I just mainly be back and forth. And shit, really, I like to say like I'm from everywhere because, you know, everywhere I go, I try to make it feel like it's home. And it's the same shit.
Respect. You bounce back and forth between Austin and San Antonio a lot, or you kind of just stay out in the San Antonio type shit?
Nah, so I got family in Austin, you know, but I live in San Antonio. But I've been going back and forth for probably 3 years. I got a lot of friends live out here too, so. Okay,
respect. How long you been doing music then?
Shit, dude, since I came out the womb.
Respect. So you've been studying since a kid type shit then?
Yeah. So my father, he listened to like a lot of Prince, you know, and so like he knows how to play the guitar. My mother plays the piano, so I kind of just feel like even my brother was playing the guitar, you know. So I kind of just feel like we had like in our blood type shit. You know, and like the crazy thing is when I was a kid, like I always used to write. Like this is how I first started doing music.
Shit.
I used to write shit in my journal.
Hey,
and
like early age.
Yeah, bro. I'd say probably sixth grade. Like I was 12. You know what I mean? Type shit. And like if I was talking to a girl, like I would like write a song about her. And I remember one time like. I wrote a song about one of my crushes when I was little and shit, and my brother found it, and it was to No Air by Chris Brown, and I like wrote it about this girl that I liked at the time. My brother fucking read it out loud and like was making fun of me, but like when I was little, I used to listen to like a lot of like Blink-182, My Chemical Romance, and like alternative type shit like Linkin Park. Green Day, and my brother was always like clowning me, you know what I mean? But I started listening to hip hop too. Like I listened to like a lot of like Lil Wayne. As I got older, I listened to like Drake, The Weeknd. You know, The Weeknd is like, you know, probably my favorite artist. I got it on my shirt. You know, shout out XO.
Yeah, buddy.
But, you know, one day I'm gonna work, you know, with them. You know, and
existence type shit.
You know, shout out Gus, shout out Lil Peep, and shout out X and Juice WRLD, Trippie Redd, Lil Uzi. Want to work with them. Post Malone. Respect. So it just like I feel like music definitely is the soundtrack to a lot of people's lives. So like for me, I try to like think about that when I'm putting a song out. It's usually some shit that I'm dealing with or some shit that I feel like it's a message someone needs to hear. You know.
That's crucial.
Yeah.
And at an early age, you knew how to tap into your emotions and like express that. So that's like,
yeah,
that's extremely crucial.
So like my nickname in my family was like a crybaby because I was always fucking crying and shit. But like, you know, growing up, I had like depression issues and shit like that. So I was always trying to find a way to like cope with how I feel, but not be like on some nut shit. You know, be tripping out here and shit. Okay. So like
balance then. How do you find the balance, or what influenced you to find that balance?
Shit, I mean, I just smoke.
Real, I feel it. That's crucial. That's necessary. If you don't smoke, you may not be able to handle it, but it'll help.
Just chill. Like if you ever going to, you know what I mean, just chill. Like, you know, shout out 94. He always kind of told me this, but you know, life in a way is kind of like a video game, and you're the main character of your video game. So you definitely want to like just try to make the best decisions in your life, because you have to think about, you know, everything was created, you know, everything was created, and there was somebody that created something that you want to do. You feel me? So like, you really gotta appreciate history and kind of like take notes of successful artists and try to follow that path, but create your own as well. Like you definitely don't want to be like a replicate or capping your music. You know what I mean?
That's real.
It's like music is really about the message. It's not really about all the bullshit that comes with it. Cause really, all this materialistic shit, it don't really fucking matter. And like the only thing that matters is that, you know, you make the best of your message and you take care of the people you love. That's why I try to.
That's a cool ass message. I love that.
You feel me?
Real, bro.
Yeah.
What experience did you go through that somebody else felt your music and you're like, oh shit, they actually related to what I went through too?
Shit. I mean, really like everything. Like I put out I got about like 6 projects right now, and I started putting my music on like streaming platforms.
Okay.
In like 2019. So my first project I made was Heartache and Heartbreak. I freestyled the whole shit. Damn. Everything was produced by 94. Everything was mixed by him, and like that was like we started from nothing type shit and worked the way up. I was only speaking from my heart. When I was going through shit, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go through this, but I'm gonna put it out in another way. Cause in the past I was like different, and I had a problem with controlling like my emotions. So I definitely had to tap in at a young age on like finding a different outlet, and this happened to be it. I feel like everything else that came with it is just like whatever, you know. Mm-hmm. But for me, I definitely could feel myself growing with my music, and I feel like the people that listen to my music definitely have grown with me. You know, I get DMs from like people that listen to my music like, oh bro, like, you know, this song has really helped me get through this type of situation and this type of situation. So it's like it definitely lets me like, it keeps me on the right path. Like, oh bro, like I'm actually helping people. You know, it's a bigger cause than me. You know, that's why it's a gift.
That's a blessing for real.
Yeah.
It's motivating too. It keeps you fucking grinding.
Yeah, man, for sure, dude. And like, you never know. Like, I always tell myself too, like, you never know who's looking at your shit. Like, who's looking at your music, who's tapped in with you. Mm-hmm. Like, they don't got to be following you, but like, trust me, they always watching. Yeah. So it's like, you know what I mean?
That's
it's tight.
So you started music in 2016, dropped on all platforms in 2019.
Yeah.
When did you start taking music like serious and like you was like, okay, I'm gonna make something out of this?
So I would say like when I was a kid, I was always telling people like, yo, bro, I'm gonna do music. Like, okay. I was always spitting freestyles for people or singing for like my love interests, you know. And I think at that time when I was in school, it was like, okay, how can I get this? How can I put these lyrics in the actual studio? You know, so I was like searching for studios and all this other stuff, and I have a bunch of stuff that I have like unreleased, like old ass shit. Like now I look at it and I'm like, damn, bro, like this is crazy. I came up freestyling everything, bro, and like it was just off the top, and like people would be like, oh, what the fuck, like, yo, you just freestyled that shit, you know what I mean? And I know, even though this is off camera, like I done, you know, spit some shit for you, so
For real, that shit was cool.
But so one of my favorite bands, like I said, it was like Blink-182.
Okay.
And I was always just like trying to find a way to mesh like that type of sound with, you know, my friends that were like in hip hop, you know. So then like I would say I made it was probably like on a Heartache and Heartbreak. I had a couple songs where I was like, yo, you know, me and 94 definitely stayed, you know, experimental with our beats or with his beats, you know. But the thing I like about 94 is that like we came up together. So it's like he helped really develop my sound, and vice versa. Like we always kind of like worked. And the way I am is like I like to stay working with the same people. So I definitely had a really good, you know, influence. Like we was going around a bunch of studios trying to work. You know, now feel like everything is lining up the way it's supposed to be. You know, we still day one, so it's like for sure, you know.
That's crucial.
And I would say just listening to music. Like I don't really have like a life outside of it, so it's like that is my life. Like, bro, like I done spent like so much time in the studio. Like I was going to the studio every weekend. That's how I went to Full Sail. Shout out Full Sail.
Hey, okay.
Yeah. Shout out Teddy. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your experience at Full Sail. How long were you out there?
Bro, this shit was lit, bro. Like I did it online. They sent all the equipment, you know.
Damn.
And,
Okay.
I learned everything. You know, I learned how to make beats. I kind of learned like the rules of the industry. I don't know, dude. It's like it was something for me that was very healing, because I knew like for me music helps me get through my life, you know. Even though, you know, things may seem the way they do, I still deal with shit, you know what I mean? Deal with a lot of personal shit, you know. So it's like music's always been like an outlet for me. And I don't really, if you know me, like you know me, but I don't really speak that much, you know. And I used to have a hard time with expressing myself to people, because I kind of always felt like I wasn't fitting in. And I kind of just applied that method to my music, you know. Like, okay, like if you fuck with me, then I fuck with you. But if you don't, you know, then I don't fuck with you.
That's real.
But it's like I'm not on, like, I don't got smoke with nobody. It's just that I feel like if I stay down my path, the right people will follow that path. If we're alike, you know. So it's like kind of sometimes feel like I'm speaking for people that can't really speak for themselves.
Damn, that's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
You're the voice for people that don't have the platform type shit.
Yeah, I mean, I would just like say, like, if I can do this shit, then anybody else that wants to do this shit can do this shit. And it's like I done been through crazy ass situations, you know, that I felt like, oh, bro, like this shit, like you know, like I lost one of my best friends in a bad situation, and I was able to really deal with it in another way. Like he was trying to do music too. And I was telling him like, yo, bro, like I'm about to start going heavy on this music shit. And we were like kind of getting our shit together. And like, you know, he was like on some, like, he was down. And no, he was just one of those dudes that was always whipping crazy. And I would tell him like, yo, bro, like just chill, bro. Like you ain't gotta really drive like that, you know. And he ended up dying like in a car accident.
Damn, dude.
And you know, I had to find about it the hard way. And then my brother had to tell his mother, like, you know, what happened to him. And I struggled dealing with that shit, bro. You know, I've lost friends to like gun violence and stuff like that. But that was like my best friend, you know.
That's rough, dude.
So
I feel for
I
you, man.
think that was a situation that definitely, you know, like I always wanted to make a song for him, but I didn't really know how to get my emotions like correct, because I still feel like I deal with him not being here, you feel me? But he's still here though. It's just not the physical form. That's how I try to look at it. Like I don't really think nothing bad happens in life. Like when you look at shit like that, you gotta tap into your spiritual being and not the physical one. I feel like if you live through your physical, you only want physical needs. But if you live through your spiritual, you create your own reality.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Like that's helpful as fuck, because a lot of people don't realize that their needs will be met if they just
Stay on your path,
stay
man.
on your path.
Like
yeah.
especially like you have to follow your intuition. Like you
Mhm.
gotta believe in your higher self, and like you gotta believe that, you know, you were born, you know what I mean, for a reason. Like everyone in the world, I feel, has like a purpose for existing, you know what I mean? So
Okay.
it's like you just gotta find your purpose. Once you find your purpose, everything else, it just feels right, you know what I mean? Like I still struggle with shit with people, and I'm just like, bro, like everything gonna work out when it's supposed to work out now.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah.
What's one of the biggest or hardest sacrifices that you had to deal with this year?
I would probably say going through my breakup with my ex was crazy, you know, and it's like for me, I was like going through shit that not everybody would really go through, you know. It was a very bad situation that I was in, and I was able to get out of it, you know what I mean? And I don't know. I like when you love somebody, you always got a certain type of love for that person.
Forever.
Like you just gotta think about like, yo, she was just bugging the fuck out, you know. And that's kind of why I tell myself like I don't really want to talk about like that situation, but it just was like I was able to find peace with, you know what I mean, with it. It's kind of like crazy, man. But like I think with me, women have always kind of been like bad for me.
I feel you.
You feel me? Like it make
Yeah.
good music, the shit I go through, but the shit I go through is hard to go through, man. Like emotionally, I like an emotional person, but I feel like you have to understand your emotions in order to grow as a person. You can't hold. A lot of people be holding shit in, bro, and then like you just bug the fuck out.
Yep.
And that's how shit happens, you know. With me, I like to try to address a situation. If I'm feeling like something, I'll write it down, or like I'll make a song about it. But I don't like to hold on to shit, you know, because I feel like it just builds up. But it's definitely, I would say, another thing I'm having a hard time dealing with is just like people changing with my success. That's something like, dude, I had so many people tell me like, oh, bro, you're not going to be shit. Oh, you're not doing this and that. And then like when the tables turn, the same people become like your fans, and they try to like be cool with you and like do all types of like shit. But like, it's like, bro, but you wasn't fucking with me when I didn't have nothing, you know? When I was just starting out doing this shit, like you wasn't fucking with me, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just different. But I
bunch of fake shit.
I feel like that, but at the same time, I just look at it like hate is really just love. Like this person loves you so much they hate you. You feel me? Because it's something about you that they hate within themselves. It's not really you, because you just doing your thing. That's how I kind of make peace with that shit, bro. Like,
That's real. All right, tell me a little bit about the album you got, My Heart Kryptonite. You got 9 songs on there. You dropped it in 2021.
Yeah. So, with My Heart Kryptonite. So like I always try to put like I would say like 9 tracks on each song. But for real, that's just like a tribute to like Juice WRLD, like so 999 type shit.
Damn, that's dope as fuck.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know, it's tight, it's tight.
How long did it take for you to make the whole album?
Shit, like 15 minutes.
Oh shit! Respect. Hey, I would believe it too. For real, you be making songs in like 10 minutes, writing shit in 5 minutes.
Yeah, bro. Nah. So a lot of my music is like art, as full as in my life. I look at my life kind of like I'm painting a picture through my images of my cover art, and my music is like my soundtrack to my personal life. So, you know, even though I might not like talk that much, or like sometimes people don't know what the fuck is going on with me, I try to like express myself through my music. So if I could, I would start like from the very beginning and go through like my cover arts. So when I made the Heartache and Heartbreak, I had like a heart and blood under, you know. I think that I've always wanted to find somebody that was like for me and just about me, you know, because I always was pushed to the side type shit. And that's kind of like, that began my journey, you know. So a lot of like that shit with my older music was really about like, I would say past relationships, you know, especially like my last one. In the picture, you see me holding a woman, and like I'm like in a graveyard, right? So it's just like, you feel me? I don't know. I went through some shit, and we split up. And while I was going through that, I wrote that, you know, and it has shit, some good shit on it, you know. I fuck with like Abusing Me, and I think that everybody should just listen to it, you know. I don't wanna,
all platforms.
Yeah, all platforms. Yeah. I mean,
what's your process like creating like an album and a single? Do you like write, or do you freestyle, or like kind of both?
Yeah. So like even now, like how I was telling you how I had like the 200 unreleased. So like that's like my life. You know what I mean? Just like anything I go through in my life, I put it on music immediately. Cause it gives me that release, you know, and I don't know. It's just like I feel like it's like a gift from God, you know.
That's real.
If I paint it that way, because if I speak about evil, it could be, you know, a gift from the devil. So it's like my words, I feel very powerful, and I try to speak the best things into my life, but you know. How I look at my older music is kind of like the pain. It was the pain, kind of like the struggle, the process, growing pains, and like now I'm in a place where my music is in a good space. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
When I made My Heart's Kryptonite, I was in a dark place, but I feel like sometimes you need to be in that dark place in order to find your light.
That's real. You
feel me? So sometimes it could be real crazy. You know, you just got to understand that everything in life happens for a reason, and sometimes people can just be there for a season.
That's very true.
You feel me?
Embrace
so
it. Yeah.
When I was making those songs, I was speaking from a place of like losing somebody that I had really cared about, you know, and now, you know, I've met someone
Hell yeah.
and she's definitely shown me like the light. You know what I mean? So the way that she is, it's like it's made me grow as a person and understand like, oh, like these people from my past didn't really love me. They was just using me.
That's real.
And that's why I made Abusing Me. But for real though, like it is like that. It is like that, you know. I be giving people so many chances till I don't have no more. You know what I mean? Like ready to die for somebody type shit. I would say like I kind of have put out so much music that I haven't really put in the time to really do everything that I want to do with the music, because my brain is just constantly trying to evolve and go on to the next thing. And I feel like that's how my process is. Like I could freestyle, you know, like a whole album, and it could be hard, right? But then like I could sit back and like kind of just tap into like, bro, let me like fix this up. It's like if I'm drawing, I'm freestyling drawing, and it's tight. Or if I'm like graffitiing, I don't tag. Like I don't tag. But like if I'm like graffitiing, right? And it's hard. Like, oh shit, like, yo, how the fuck you do that? You didn't even have like nothing to like, you know, go off of. You know, now it's like, all right, bro, like you're good at, you know what I mean, freestyling and shit, like whatever. Like now, like start writing, you know. I always write, but it's like sometimes, bro, I just be in that mode where it's just like, bro, like this is how I'm feeling right now. Like I don't give a fuck about nothing else.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like I'm just, this is how I'm feeling. So like, and I feel like with me, like I don't really try to put myself in a box. You know, like a lot of artists, they'll make like one sound that sounds really good, right? But then like people will get bored of it, so they'll be like, ah, bro, like this is good, but like this is what's new. So like you always kind of want to be open-minded to trying new things, you know. And that's kind of how my process is in my brain. Like I'm always open to like trying new styles. I try to look at life from different perspectives, you know. I have a lot of female friends and stuff, and you know I have some male friends, and everything is cool with them. And I always try to get their perspective on situations, and then I try to get a male perspective on a situation, and then I try to get, you know, how do I feel about this? And that's usually where I could tap into like different emotions of life, like you know what I mean. Not just looking at it from my perspective. I'm trying to look at it from a more worldly perspective, so my music can be more understand, and people can understand more of my perspective, you know.
Okay, I fuck with that for real. Tell me a little bit how you got your name, Young Paris. Where'd that come from?
So honestly, I don't even know. Like I don't even know. So my name is Paris, and my father named me that. So shout out my dad.
Respect.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like it's just one of those things that it just fits. Like I don't know. It's like one of those things. Like it just goes. It just goes. Like I don't know. I honestly think that. So in I think it was like 2014, I first created like a SoundCloud.
Okay.
Right.
Damn,
and right. I would always, and Mom, please forgive me for this, because I know that you're probably gonna see this. I was always like skipping school, smoking weed, and like leaving like during lunchtime, and I would just go home and record music on SoundCloud.
Respect.
You know what I mean? On my phone type shit. And I would post it on there. All quality, all fucked up. Like, but like it was tight though. Like it was tight, you know what I mean? So I think that I just was on some like, oh bro, I need like a name. Like I need a name. And I was like, bro, Young Paris. And yeah, that's how it kind of started. And it is funny too, cause like even at that time with like how I started making my sound, I was always singing like Chris Brown and like shit like that, like R&B shit. And my brother was like, oh bro, like you always fucking singing, why don't you just start singing? And I just did.
Fuck
like,
yeah.
So,
just took off with it.
Shout out to Big Buddha. You know, we got some merch dropping soon. Okay. We got some things on the way. Man.
Shout out to homies right now.
Yeah, yo. So like that was basically it. You know what I mean? Coming up, it was me. And then I met 94. You know, I was like, we had to be like 17, you know, and I'm like, you know, I'm older now.
More wise.
Yeah, I'm older now. So like I've been rocking with 94 probably for like shit 10 years, you know what I mean?
Okay,
like
respect.
Yeah, bro, like starting from nothing, you know, got in the booth, we started like making shit, like, so that's always been day one, stayed with that, you know. I had like high school friends and stuff like that, but like I feel like people looked at me a certain type of way when I wasn't popping, and then when things changed, they did too. But I always kind of stick to like staying by myself, you know. Real so that was kind of the process of it. I definitely went through situations that was fucked up just doing music, you know. But I feel like everybody, you know, goes through those type of situations. It's just about knowing your worth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once you know your worth, and not even on no music shit, but once you know your worth, you'll start to be more like willing to accept things that benefit your life, and you don't put up with bullshit from other people no more.
That's real.
So I think, you know, that's one thing with me is that, like, I'm definitely, I feel myself like evolving as a person, so I know my music's gonna evolve too. And with me staying open-minded to a lot of things is keeping like that path, you know, wide open. Like, for example, like, you know, I could make a song with like someone who does trap, right? I could make a song with someone who does a pop song. I can make a song with someone who does like R&B. So it's like, you know, it's cool. Like, it's cool, man. It's cool. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm also like really into like anime. Okay. So that
I seen it with the cover art too.
Yeah, that's why I like it. I have that on me. You know what I mean? Cause like I got some shit coming with some anime. Like, it's in the works, dude. So it's like, you know, great things take time.
Some music videos with anime,
some maybe some shows.
Okay.
You know,
fuck.
maybe, you know.
Genius.
Maybe you might see like a young Paris character dropping soon. I mean, I don't want to drop.
Sneak peek. Stay tuned. So who does your cover arts?
Yeah, one of my homies. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I like to stay very secretive with the people I work with.
Respect.
I always shout out 94 because, you know, he's a GOAT. So I feel like everyone finally sees that. You know,
real shit. He killing it.
Yeah. Everything else I kind of like to keep in house. You know what I mean?
Smart. That way you keep the money in the circle, and like when you actually are moving and shit picks up, they like you find time for each other and shit instead of just.
Hey, I feel like you can't say too much, but you need to say enough to keep people interested in what you got going on.
Yeah, real.
And you got to stay 100 always, even if your way of thinking isn't the most popular. You need to follow your own beliefs and, you know, fuck what everyone else has to say about how you live your life.
Real.
So I feel like individuals make the world what it is. You know, I feel like when you follow the leader, you never get to your path. You just get to their path. So they're happy, but you're not gonna be happy.
Nah, it's not your path. Yeah. You got somebody to shoot your music videos too? You got music videos coming and everything?
Yeah.
You got music videos out too, for real.
Shit, yeah, man. That's one thing that you know, I gotta work on, is like doing a little bit more visuals, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to focus on that, man. Right now I'm kind of like a one person machine as far as like doing the footwork, but like I got a good team, you know what I mean? Like, I won't give up the sauce.
No, you good for real.
I'll give it a sauce. I'm gonna drop this song. Well, I already dropped the song, but I'm gonna drop a video. It's for a song called Ghost.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a mini like a mini movie, I guess you could say. You know, and everyone that was involved in it definitely turned up and did their thing, and I'm really like excited, to be honest, because you get to see like you know, you get to see my personality and not just what you think of me.
That's real.
Like, so it's like, yeah. And shit, I had fun making it, man.
Dude, the whole process is cool. Like, from writing the song to the final, like, dropping the video, it's like, whoa, this whole vision like stayed the same the whole time.
You know, I do have a project that's coming out, and you know, it's kind of like almost ready to go. I don't want to drop the name or like say too much about it, but it's definitely something that's gonna be visual and something that's gonna be satisfying to your ears and your eyes. You know, and when I perform it live, you definitely gonna feel a different type of vibe than just like, I'm not one of those artists that just go through my shit. Like, I'm gonna perform my heart out for y'all. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of what makes the artist is the people that fuck with them. And I don't really do this shit for play, you know. I don't do this shit for like fame and all this other shit, you know. I do it because I feel like it's a mission. For me, my music is something that's bigger than just myself. I feel like I speak for like a lot of people. Like I said, like they can't speak, so I'm gonna express that shit, you know.
Awesome.
So it's like I got like well, I guess I could say this, you know, because it's in the works, but I got like a short film.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Respect.
Like I did like you know, I worked with an agency out here, and you know, I did what I need to do to be able to do this film. So it's like it's in the works right now, and I'm gonna drop it when I drop my tape.
Okay.
And I really feel like with this tape, it's gonna be more of like a experimental, but it's gonna show growth.
Real shit. That's gonna be very different, like angles of you all at the same time. People can see, so that'll be really cool.
So if you follow like my pictures and stuff for my albums, you know, the first one is like I said, the heart, and the second one is one of my friends. That was just like, you know, that person's important to my life, so like they had a big impact on where I'm at today, you know. So it's like I can't give out no names.
I feel you.
I might get in trouble, you know what I mean? Like
Hey, you also into modeling too, right? And fashion.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that. You work with
so how that started with her, you know.
Okay.
Well,
Oh dang. Okay.
I can't say that. One of my friends, her name's Lalik. She kind of basically got me into modeling, you know, because she's modeling, you know. Shout out her.
Okay.
She's definitely, you know, one of the best. You know what I mean? One of the best to do it for real.
Respect.
You know, like I was talking to her, and you know, she was just telling me like, yo, you should just, you know, try to model, you know. And my one of my brothers was telling me that too. You know, he does art. Yeah.
That's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, his name is Charles.
Shout out Charles.
Yeah.
Get in with the art.
Nah, he's super talented, man.
That's cool.
Yeah. He actually did one of my first photo shoots for me.
Nice.
He told me, he was like, yo, bro, like you should do this shit. Like this shit came out hard. And I just did it. And it started working out, man. I got noticed by this agency called Avant Agency.
Okay.
Did some acting classes there. And ever since then, you know, I had got the ball rolling. And dude, I just started doing like a bunch of shoots. Like I feel like I'm always dressing what I like to dress. I don't really try to keep up with like what's popping. And that's like another thing too with music. I don't really know what the fuck is popping. You know what I mean? I just know shit about myself and like the shit I like, and I'm okay with that. Like I don't try to keep up with like what's trending. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's always helped me, because I feel like when you try to keep up with the trend, it's a trend. It changes. You know what I mean? Like you gotta just keep up with your own life and like the shit you like, you know. So that's really what I've been on. And man, I feel like the modeling shit is just hand in hand with my music shit.
Thanks.
You know, I have some shit that I'm actually working on right now, as far as like, you know, dropping my own shit for my brand. And I feel like it's gonna be some shit, bro, where it's like I got big I don't know, goals for it. So
Hell yeah. I see it. For real. You're making it happen out here, honestly.
yeah.
Have you been doing shows out here and stuff?
Yeah, I did a couple with Lifestyle Studio.
Okay.
I'm trying to like just do more. But like, bro, I feel like I'm just doing a lot. You know what I mean? So, but I feel like the right situations are supposed to happen when they're supposed to happen.
That's
you
real.
know? So it's like I feel like as long as I'm staying in the eye, you know, people know. People
Staying
see
consistent.
Me. Yeah,
and
people
everything,
see.
Yeah.
I definitely just want to. I don't know, man. I want to do more shows, but at the same time, I feel like everything in life comes with a balance. You know, so I think that I need to, like, you know, I guess get a bigger team.
Okay.
But I don't mind doing the groundwork myself. You know what I mean? Like,
sometimes you just gotta do it yourself. I found like working with people is in the beginning, I should say, because it changes once you get further into it. But in the beginning, I was just tired of waiting on people's schedules, and then they cancel on me, and like I need to do this shit now because I got it in my head now.
Exactly. And that's kind of like the mindset that I have is like, where I'm gonna just do it myself. So everything other than like I'm learning how to do like videos and stuff, but I just try to do it myself. And you know, people will tell me like, yo, bro, like you trying to do all this shit like at one time, like, oh, you bugging the fuck out. But like really I'm not, bro. I'm just doing my thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like when they see the results of it, they'll be like, oh, like he wasn't crazy. Like, yo, like he was really doing his thing, you know? So that's what, you know, I noticed. Like, it's like, just like, I think in life, bro, like beyond music, beyond like everything is like, it's like a marathon. You know what I mean? It's not a race. Like a lot of people be jumping the gate to like be like, oh, I'm trying to like blow up this year. Like, you understand, like, bro, like things take time. Like you gotta look at it like God is working on your blessing. Your blessing could be super big, bro. Like, oh, I put in 5 years for this. Yeah, a lot of people, you just gotta be patient. And I'm impatient, bro. I'm impatient as fuck, bro. Same. But it's just like, it just come a time where like you have all this energy, and when you can't put it out, you just gotta let, you know, God do his thing. And then that's when the opportunities present itself, you know.
Trust the process. Yeah.
Shit, that's how this happened.
I swear. For real. Hey, this man tapped in and he was busy at the studio, and he still came through. So
yeah, still came
that's
through.
How dedication. You really want this shit. So I fuck with that energy, bro, for real. I appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate this platform. So absolutely. It's like, that's really just it, man. I feel like every day, like, you know, I'm inspired. I think me as a person, like, I feel like I like the concept, you know, of being in love. So, like, some people say, like, oh, like, you always in your feelings and this and that. But for me, I feel like this is what brings me peace, you know? Yeah. And it's like, this is what I want to talk about. Like, I know that my music's not for everybody. And even, you know, let's say, like, I could switch it up, right? And talk about shit that people want to hear. If that's not my life, bro, like I don't really want to speak on it, because then I'm gonna start speaking on things that could, you know, come into my life, and I don't know how to handle that type of shit.
I feel that.
You know, so I would rather just be on some like staying in my lane, but still expressing myself, man. And that's really what it is about.
Real shit.
Yeah.
With all the stuff on your plate, do you ever get like tired or like? I mean, you love it, so you never get. Start like hate it.
Yeah, like so for me, like I'm the type of person, bro, like if I'm dealing with too much, bro, I just spaz the fuck out, bro. And like the people that are closest to me and that love me, like they'll tell you like, oh, like, yo, Paris is always fucking bugging out, like acting crazy. But really it just be like I got so much stuff going on in my brain that I'm just trying to make shit happen. And I would say that, you know, people changing around me definitely has had an effect on me too, because I'm like, bro, like, okay, like you was like this, you know, but now you acting like this. Like, you know, my ex, when we broke up and all this stuff, she would always tell me like, oh, like you know, these females only want you because of what you're gonna become. And to me that was like, bro, like one of the most disrespectful shit that she told me, because it was like, bro, no, that's just how you think about me. That's not other people, that's you, you know. So that's why I was saying, like, the shit was like, I don't know, man. It's fucked up.
It's all right through it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, some of that is true though. Like, you always have to watch out, because like, I know people, bro, that they never gave me the time of day, and now all of a sudden they trying to spin the block.
Like, hey, what's up? What you doing?
It's like, nah, not
what
this
you
time.
Here for real.
Yeah, but I mean, I would say for me, like, I've been through different phases in my life, and I would say right now is like, you know, this is the most comfortable I've been. I feel like I'm in my own bag, and I feel like I don't know, man. I'm just in my own lane right now. Like, chilling type shit.
Tell me a little bit about the drip. You looking fresh. This shit look.
Yeah. So rocking some Rockstar denim. Okay. Shout out to them. Cop some shit from GLD. I'm an ambassador for them.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so y'all make sure y'all go out there and shop with them for sure. Like they'll get you right all the time. Shit, I got some shades, you know what I mean, with the shit on the side to match the pants. XO, XO to EOD. Let's get it. And then I'm rocking some Doc Martin boots. My brother put me on these, and he was telling me, he was really showing me pictures of Playboy Cardi, and he was like, "Yo, bro," he's like, "I think you would fuck with these," and he was right. So like we ended up going to the mall, and I had to, you know what I mean, I had to get right, and I feel like this outfit, I just be throwing shit together, bro, to be honest with you. Like, I don't really, like, be on no, bro, like, even for this interview, bro, I had, like, 5 outfits, and they was all different styles, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I remember, bro, like, when I was in school, I used to always be rocking different shit, bro, and then niggas started, like, trying to, like, copy my swag, like, dyeing my hair, all types of shit, you know? And it was like, oh, bro, like, people fuck with how I dress, they just not gonna tell me they fuck with how I dress. You know what I mean? That's what that was, bro. But it's like, all right, bro, like I started painting my nails and shit like that, and people was like, looking at me weird, and then look at how things are nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think people like Lil Peep, he helped me. His mother has helped me a lot too. And
you're connected with them, for real, right? You're connected with your mother. That's cool.
Yeah. So it's like, shout out, Young Cortex, one of the producers to be working with. Okay. I don't know, man. I think with that, it was just more so like I believe that Liza saw something in me that she saw in Gus.
That's awesome. That's beautiful.
And when I had reached out to her, she understood my message and my music, so I don't know, it's like I be feeling like a Peep spirit with me, because I don't think I think energy always stays with you. It's just they're in the spiritual realm, they're not in the physical, but you can still feel them. You know what I mean? So it's like that. Other than that, man, it's just I was on some SoundCloud shit, bro, and I think the first person that I saw really take off was X off of SoundCloud. True. And I felt like, he expressed himself a lot like how I expressed myself, even though I didn't agree with some of the things that, that happened with him. And it's like, but definitely he had an influence on my sound and keeping my brain open, keeping my third eye open too.
He was tuned into that for real. Like he was very aware of himself.
I feel like more people need to think before they speak.
That's very true. Think before you speak and
think
listen.
Before you speak, always listen. Yeah. Remember, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth.
That's very true.
Yeah. So I mean, I think a lot of it also too is me manifesting through my words and visualizing through my brain. A lot of things I see for myself that I accomplish and that I'm gonna accomplish, and for me, I'm just staying on the right path of that destiny. Nah, it's up to me to fuck it up, So like that's why it's like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna make the best decisions. I've connected with a lot of artists too from Austin. Everybody here has been cool, and I've met different crowds,
That's cool. It's a lot of pressure because it comes down on you to make it happen, and like it won't happen unless you take the steps to.
Yeah, but I feel like, bro, people got pressure every day. Like you got somebody waking up like, yo, bro, how the fuck am I gonna pay my bills? How am I gonna feed my kid? How am I gonna get to work? You know what I mean? This is just some music shit, like
for real.
It's just it's the same game, just with a different name.
I fuck with that. That's probably gonna be the name of the podcast.
You feel me, bro? Yeah. Same game, different name type shit, bro. Cause like it really is. I mean, there's rules to this game, and you've seen what happened to the players that didn't play the game the right way. I think that's the best way explaining that. All of this music shit started in your brain, bro, and you transfer it into like real life, just like your reality, you know. So it's just about, I think you have to have good people around you, and you have to have people that inspire you, you know. Like the person that, you know, inspires me right now is good for me, and I'm seeing the results of that, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm the type of person, like I try to help other people out, you know. Like the other day, even I was driving around or whatever, and I saw this homeless person. I gave him $10, bro. Respect, and I was just like, damn, bro, like, should I have given him that money? Because like, bro, I could use that for gas, you know. But it was like, nah, bro, he needed it more than me, because I wouldn't have had that thought of like, you know what, let me give him this money, you know what I mean? I would just be like, nah, I can't give you nothing. So like, that's how I try to think. Like, I always say, like, if you bless other people, God's gonna bless you. And sometimes, like, in life, bro, God will put you in a position where you are the giver. And I feel like it always feels better to like help somebody out than to be the one getting helped. Even though you appreciate someone helping you, just having that feeling of like, yo, I could take care of this, I got you. Exactly. It's more like of a I don't know, satisfying type of feeling, you know. So I always try to, you know, do that. And it's just, yeah.
That's cool. It's crucial being able to like study the people that stuck out to you the most, because then it helps you avoid their mistakes and like navigate the industry. Yeah,
definitely, man. Like I still be like kind of like, damn, man, why did this shit happen? Like bro, I remember when Juice WRLD died, man, like 94 told me, and he called me, bro. He called me up early, bro, and I was like he was like, yo, he was like, Paris, did you hear about what happened with Juice WRLD? And I was like, bro, I was like, what, did he break like a record or something? And he was like, nah, bro, he died. And like, I remember I went and washed my car, bro, and I was listening to this song called "I'm Still." It's one of my favorite songs by him. And I just cried in my car, because I was like, damn, man, respect. Like when you see someone that reminds you of like kind of like oh, like, I fuck with this person, you know, it's like, it's hard. And I think that at that time too, I was still kind of dealing with like the whole thing about, you know, X getting murdered and him laying in his car like that. So that definitely bothered me. But I just feel like that was their paths, and they kind of just, you know, paved the way for, you know, other people to freely create, you know. Because I feel like this type of style of music is different than like some Drake shit or like some hip hop type shit. It's more free thinking.
Hey, I fuck with that for real.
Yeah.
And even though we may not realize it, like we're to a point that same level to people. Like they're looking up to us. Like, oh my God, this dude's actually doing this shit. Like he's actually making this shit happen. So it's like
I've had people tell me that too. Like, oh bro, crazy, like keeping up with you and you don't even know. Like I got like a lot of verified checks in my DMs. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And it's like, damn, bro, like you wouldn't even know, because I'm not verified. I'm not, but it's because they see like what you can become. It's up to you to see what you can become in order for it to happen. That's really what potential is. A lot of people say like, oh, like I see potential in you, but like you got to see it within yourself. You know what I mean?
For real.
Yeah.
You got to see your own work.
Like, yeah, dude. So it's like, it's crazy, bro. Cause like with music, man, like you leave a legacy, really. So it's very important to watch your words, man. Like you don't want to be on no fucking song talking about some nut shit. And like that's what people remember you about. You know, like,
real shit.
This nigga was always talking crazy. Like you always want to leave like a message. You know what I mean? It's not everybody can make music. Anybody can make music, but not everybody can make it. Feel me?
Damn, that's facts.
Yeah, bro. So it's like you gotta get right. Have the right people around you and have an end goal. A lot of people want fame, man, but tell you like that shit's not. Sometimes everything isn't what it always seems to be, man.
Real shit.
Yeah.
You said you got some advice from Full Sail that helped you navigate the industry.
Yeah.
Drop some knowledge for the fans one more time.
You know, so it's basically like you just want to stay tapped in, but you definitely want to always make what's the best decision for you and your brand. Don't follow something just because it's there. You know what I mean? Even if it's hot, even if like that's what everybody's on, like you want to stick to being yourself, stay as an individual, stay thinking for yourself, stay moving for yourself. Don't follow, always lead. Because even someone who thinks they're a follower is leading somebody. They just don't know who that is.
That's real shit. And better listen.
Yeah.
Tune in. Bomb Shelter Podcast, number 21. I'm with my boy, Young Paris. I appreciate you coming out, man.
Yes, sir, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Peace.
I've been doing way too much just to be without you. I've been stuck on these drugs, OD without you. Always falling out of love, I can't be without you. Now my heart's feeling stuck, can't breathe without you. I've been doing way too much, I can't be without you. I've been stuck on these drugs, can't be without you. Always falling out of love, I can't be without you. Now my heart's feeling stuck, can't be without you.
Yo, what up? It's Young Paris, and you already know what I'm on. Just tapped in with the Bomb Shelter Podcast. Let's get it. Yeah.